I've seen a few comments down below of you guys making fun of me for having the like cheapest skins, for having like the aristocrat vandal and the phantom skin with the little rabbit on it. I think it's pretty funny. Let me show you my loadout. But before we get into it, if you enjoy this one, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. This is it right here. I got like all the season 1 and maybe act 2 battle pass skins, and then I have skins for these 2 that I paid for. I think the most expensive one I bought was this one, the Prime Vandal. I bought it out of the bundle because I didn't really want to pay the like $80 to $90 for all of the weapons. I just wanted the Vandal out of it. And that's usually how I'll operate until I saw the championship bundle. Now, the most I've ever spent on a single skin in an FPS game was the Empress in CSGO. The AK skin called the Empress. I think they came out with the Emperor later on, but it was after I'd already stopped playing. And that was by far my favorite skin they ever put out, so I knew I had to get it. I think I paid about $50 for it. And the funny part is in that game, you pay 50 to however much money for an AK. The amount of money you can pay for skins in that game is ridiculous. But you pay that much for an AK that you can only use on one half. Like, you can only use it on T side. In this game, you can use a Vandal on both sides, so that's a little bit of a plus. That's why in that game, knife skins are very sought after, because you can use them pretty much at any game mode at any time, whether it's pistol round or whether it's a rifle round, whether you're on save. You always have your knife on both sides. But that's all to say that this price tag here is pretty steep, right? It's like the cost of a full new game. So I wasn't really considering it until I started reading this on the left, and I'll read it out loud to you. It says, celebrate Champions 2021 and support your favorite team with this limited edition bundle from, November 24th to December 12th. 50% of the net proceeds from the Champions 2021 collection will go to participating teams. That is really cool. At first, I thought this meant that it was going to go to the prize pool like TI. If you don't know, Dota 2's TI is historically had a ridiculous prize pool. I think one year it was $17 million, and that's because they crowdfund the prize pool. They sell the compendium in the game, and it's basically a very good battle pass, and I think you can like do predictions in it and stuff. But basically you buy it, it gives you some stuff in game, and you can make your predictions. But like I think almost 100% of that proceeds goes to the prize pool. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And that's what leads to that ridiculous number at the end of like $17 million, and the top team goes home with like 3 to 5, I think, or it might be even more. It's ridiculous how much money they raise. I thought that's what this was at first. It's not, but I still think it's cool that they're giving back to the teams. Now, what the teams do with that money, whether they give it to their players or whether they use it for something else, I don't know. But I think this is a good gesture to sort of give back. They don't have to do this. I don't think they do this in League. Like, do they do this with the championship skins or the Victoria skins are the ones that you get if you end the season gold. The champion skins are the ones that come out around the time of Worlds, and it's usually like one champion, and then you can buy it for a flat amount. And from what I know, that money just goes to Riot. I don't think they've ever published that they give it back to the teams. But the fact that they're doing it here is just really cool. On top of the fact that it is just a really nice skin, right? It has some really cool effects. Like, I think if you're top frag, you get... See how the gun is glowing? If you're top frag, it starts glowing. The finisher... Let me see if it'll show it. But there's a part of the finisher where if you walk into that and you look in the sky, it shows like brimstone taking over the world. Like, the shit is crazy. Here, I think it'll show it right now. It's ridiculous. This is what sold me. It looks so cool, dude. Look at that. And the music, it's just a really good skin, I think. These upgrades do cost that Radianite points, though. I think you get them for free from the Battle Pass at some point. But you do have to buy that as well if you want to upgrade to those little effects. Let's take a look at the Karambit real quick. Again, this was one of my favorite knives in CSGO. I think the M9 bayonet, like the big bayonet, was probably my favorite, but this is a cool one. It's kind of tiny, huh? It looks kind of tiny compared to the CSGO like counterpart. It has the Champions aura on it too. I can't really see it. I think the Champions aura is when it like when it starts glowing. Let's see if it'll show it. Sorry if I'm oh, there it is. It's glowing. See, I like to make an informed purchase, right? That's why I'm watching it all the way through. Because you can tell I've been talking about it this whole time, but I haven't bought it yet still. Because I'm not completely sold on it. It's very hard for me to spend this amount of money on a cosmetic. So I'm really trying to sell myself on it. It's got some cool little... I think there's one where if you inspect it... Yeah, where if you inspect it like this and it has a little trail, that one looks really cool. As well as these. I like the Phoenix one the most, probably. Or the Sage one. But yeah, overall, really cool bundle. I'm glad it's not $100 fucking dollars because that's ridiculous. I think we can all agree on that. Like this one here is 70, and yeah, you get a lot of skins out of it, but they have no resale value like in CS. Like in CS, I bought a long time ago an a Stat Track blue laminate. I'll put it on the screen here. I got that Stat Track to 10,000 kills, put a bunch of use into it, and then I sold it and I made a profit. So I paid $4, sold it for 18. Can't do that in this game. You spend $70, you lose $70. It goes to Riot. There's no chance you make that back. There's no chance you make any money on it. Also, another thing, I'm not going to pretend like this didn't get me and I'm too good for this. This part where it says items won't return to the store or the night market, that fear of missing out, sort of got to me too, right? I was like, damn, it's not going to return. It looks really cool. I don't want to miss it. So yeah, I fell for the marketing. So if you see it in the next video, I went ahead and caved and bought it. I think I've sold myself on it at this point. And if I didn't, I probably talked myself out of it. But yeah, if you're looking to buy this skin, if you're looking to buy any bundle, I think this one is it. It looks really cool. It's not like $100, and it gives back to the competitive. It gives back to the players, right? It gives back to their teams, I should say. I don't know if it's directly going to go back to the players. I hope it does in some form. But just this gesture from Riot to give back to the esports community, I think is really cool. And I hope they continue this trend, not only in their other games, but in Project L, especially, right, in the fighting game, because the FGC is known for not having as much money as some of these other games, or other genres, I should say. So to see them do something like this for that would be pretty crazy, right? If you don't know, I think the biggest fighting game tournament is probably one, it's Evo, like by entrance and numbers wise, but by earnings wise, it's Capcom Cup. And Capcom Cup, you can win up to like 250 grand, which, to put that into perspective, to win Capcom Cup, you have to be like the best Street Fighter player in the world, right? You're playing against all of the best players, and you're making 250 grand, which is a fraction of last place for the Fortnite World Cup, like the Fortnite Championship Series. 250 grand is less than like the second to last player earned just for showing up. So it's kind of sad, but I'm hopeful that Project L might bring at least a little bit of money into the space. So I'd like to support this and hope that they keep doing these kind of campaigns. Anyways, that's going to be it for me today. If you enjoyed this one, consider subscribing, and I'll see you soon.